Hi guys, it's me, Courtney here from Color Me Spiffy, and I am finally getting around to my one of my most, I think, awaited things, and as one of the videos that is the most people asked for. I am here with a coloring book collection. Now, mind you, it's not as big as others, but it's going to be done in parts just because it's easiest that way. And I've got 3 shelves that I need to go through, so I'm probably just going to do each shelf like in order. These are not in any specific order. Actually almost all of my books are Amazon printed books, or I got them on Amazon. I only am just now starting my Etsy collection, so I'm going to definitely make it a point to get around and to link everything in my video down below. I have officially become an affiliate of Amazon, so I'm going to add those links, and if you could, if you decide you want one of the books, you click on the link and then I get a small percentage of it. You don't have to, by all means, it's no big deal. But I figured this is a little bit of a way to start building start building some savings for my channel, because as you all know, this is a very expensive hobby. But yeah, so I'm going to start doing my coloring book collection, and this is my coloring book collection part 1. Alright, so my first book is Bloom, Anime Flower Girls by Annabellino, I believe. I have not colored in this at all. My mother got me this, and the pictures are really, really pretty. It's Amazon printed paper, of course, but oh, she's cute. And a lot of these books I haven't actually fully flipped through, so you might be seeing like a reaction from me that's quite realistic, because like this book I haven't even flipped through at all. I think I saw it on someone's YouTube and I just decided to go ahead and get it because I eventually want to work up to, doing portraits and faces, which I'm nowhere near at the moment. I'm still just trying to get technique down. But yeah, so this is the first one, and this is Bloom by Annabellino. The next one is Manga Invasion Coloring Book, which is illustrated by Boone Hall. And this is another one I haven't even touched. And again, a lot of my books I have not gone through at all. Just because I'm like the type of person who colors per mood. So if I want to have something available to me, if I feel like coloring, I feel like coloring flowers, so I'm going to pull a book of flowers or something that has flowers in it, like stuff like that, And I also just love looking at the artwork. In regards to like this one's a little bit crazy for me. This is also on Amazon printed paper, but I definitely wanted to color in this eventually, once it's not so overwhelming to me. And now I also want to let you guys know that anything you see in my collection videos, please, please, please feel free to reach out to me on Instagram and we can do a buddy color, because a lot of these, actually the majority of my books I have not touched yet. But I think I think with a lot of us, that's the case. So, all right, the next one is 100 Flowers by Special Art. And they did so kindly send me this a few months ago. I just haven't gotten around to doing a flip of it. It's nothing but flowers. It's on Amazon printed paper. It's got the black background here and the white border. Again, if you want to do a buddy color in this, I'm open to it. She's a thick girl, and that's by Special Art. The next one is by Design Originals, and I got this at Hobby Lobby. And this is the artist of this is Thania McArdle. And actually, fun story, Design Originals were the first adult coloring books I ever had. My collection started years ago, and I stumbled upon them, and mind you, I've always loved coloring, And they, you know, they have the printed, like they have the pictures at the bottom here that you can copy. And she came out with so many different, like, so many different books of these design originals. And I just fell in love with them. They at the time, they were just easy enough for me. And, you know, in the beginning, they have, like, just the regular colored paper, like on, like, that glossy paper. But yeah, so this is by Phinnea McArdle. All right, so now we're going into my, actually, like I said, this is not in any order whatsoever, unfortunately, because when I took them off my shelf, I think they just kind of got all mismatched. So this is called Modern Fae by The Coloring Hive. It is a beautiful matte cover, also on Amazon. Now, I really like The Coloring Hive. I haven't done anything in any of their books, but their paper, it's a little bit more thicker than Amazon printed paper. And what they do is they have the number and then the picture. And this is the same in all of their books. But this, I love this. I love this book because it was such a cool idea with, like, having it be fairies, and they're doing, like, regular things because I love fairies. But yep, this is by The Coloring Hive. Next, I have a few Yam Puff books. This one is Sugary Dreams, a sweet and dessert themed coloring book. This was the first Yam Puff book I ever had. And I actually have done, well, I started in this one. This is like right when I started coloring, I think, because I don't color with, gel pens like that. I normally only use them for accents. But this is such a cute book. Lots of sweets. You know, it's called Sugary Dreams, and it's pretty self-explanatory. I love Yam Puff style. I think her little girls are just so adorable. And they're like a nice mix of like chibi and anime, I think, or manga. But yeah, so that's Sugary Dreams. The next one is called Yam Puffs. It's another book by Yam Puff, Dreams Collection. And I did have one finished in here. What is it? This one, I did finish this book. And I added some gel pens. You can't really see them anymore. Oh, yeah, you can. It's glossy. This is another one, but this is like a mixture of her 3 books. And it's true. I don't believe any of the illustrations repeat. And it's all 3 of her books in one. And this is really thick, but I think it's so great. Like, especially like if you aren't familiar with Yam Puff, I think this will be a really great idea for to start off with. And also, I am the queen of whips. As you will see in my coloring book collection videos, I am the queen of whips. I constantly start, and if a page bores me, I just stop it. I don't stick with it. I may come back to it, I may not. It's not something I'm proud of. I'm trying to get better with, like, I'm trying to get better at it. But yeah, like, as you'll see going forward, you'll see I have so many whips, especially like in my Kirby books and my Hannah Carlson books. Like this, I would say this pile is my most unloved pile. Yeah. So this pile has the books I don't normally color in, and I'm trying to do better at that. I'm trying to pull a book from this. I'm trying to pull a book from this shelf once a month just to color a picture in it. And I'm also just now getting back into coloring. I was in a bit of a funk for a little while because I was moving, as you all know. But I'm finally now like picking up speed again. But yeah, so this is Christopher Hart, the cute Chibi Christmas coloring book. And this is cute. I like this book. The paper is great. It's very thick, single-sided. I don't think I ever finished. Also, I apologize for the shaking. Again, see, like this is a perfect example. I guess I just got bored with this. No, you know what? I think it was because it came out of the lines a little bit, and that wasn't acceptable to me. And then another whip in here. Oh no, this is one I want to color. So maybe I'll get around to coloring in here this Christmas. But yeah, so this is a really cute book. I love it. I love Christopher Hart. It's just I tend to get very scared of his books. All right, this is another Christopher Hart book. I actually have all 3 of his coloring books. I don't think he has any more. And this is his Girl Power. This is Manga. And again, this is the same kind of art. Very like thin lines in the background and faces up front. Again, look at that whip. This is when I tried just coloring with color pencils mostly. No, I think I based it with marker. Did I? No, I didn't base it with marker. I don't even remember. I'm thinking this is probably Prismacolor. But again, I just stopped it because I didn't like how it was coming out. And as you can see, like I try to label them thinking, oh hey, you know, I'll go back to them. Look at this, like I don't know if I'll ever come back to this, to be honest. I just there's something about them that I just don't like. But yeah, so that's his next one. All right, and lastly I have another one. It's called Girls by him. It's the manga. It's again Manga, and this one's a bit more detailed, I think. Oops, sorry, I shook it. This is more details as well. Like again, you got the very thin, like faded lines in the background, and then you got the obviously the people are the main focus. But this is good for someone like I would consider this a little bit more advanced, because I don't know. I mean, I haven't really gotten back to these books since I really started getting more into coloring. Like, look, another whip. I just decided I didn't feel like coloring it anymore. Alrighty then. So this is Color by Color Stained Glass Mandala. This was my very first Kira Shersneva book. And Kira, I am absolutely obsessed with your books. And I actually did finish this one. Now, I did recently pick up her Tender Mandalas book, which I want to do a haul video of the stuff I got this month. And she did the white outlines. I don't know if I like it with the white outlines, because these come out, and once they're finished, they come out just, they really look like stained glass. I mean, there is no, you don't see any lines. I just love the color by colors. I mean, I'm not against the white outlines, but I definitely do prefer this style of hers. But I still did finish this, so that was really awesome. All right, so my next one is Color by Number 3D Mandala, and this is by Sunlight Drawing. This is a small one. I did one in here. This one, but I'm not a huge fan of this kind of. I mean, I kind of got spoiled because I was coloring in this when I finished the stained glass mandala, and the paper in her books, as you all know, if you color in her books, they're very like glossy, and I love how alcohol markers feel on them. And it's just kind of hard sometimes to use like the Amazon printed paper because it feels so different. But this is one I'll probably come back to eventually, because all I do at work is color by number, so I finish like 4 pages a day at work. All right, so coming up is my few May U books. The first one I have is Anime Manga Girls, A Lovely Coloring Adventure. And these, I do believe there is doubles of this one. And her pictures are very simple and they're small. I haven't touched this one yet. I plan on, again, pulling this. I might color in this next month. I love anime and manga girls. I love the art. I think they're adorable. You'll see I have a lot of those kinds of books. But I haven't done anything in here yet, so. The next one is Pop Culture Reimagined. And this one has like, and you've seen flip throughs of these. This is exactly what it is. I mean, you have like female villains as hot guys and baby characters like Deadpool, and you know, this is again, I like the idea of her art. I really, really do. I just haven't colored in it yet. And I think at this point with my coloring books, it's more of just a collection of the art. Because you just look at a coloring book, a plain, empty coloring book, and you just think of all the possibilities. You know, you look at it and you're like, oh, I could do so much with this. And then it's like, oh, but I don't want to mess it up. You know? So, alright, so these are my 2 Mindwear books I have. And my mother recently got these for me. This one is Color Counts, the Carnival Mindwear. Now, something I didn't know about these books until I got them is they're not all pages. Like, they have pull-out posters, which is kind of weird, but it would be nice to like decorate my coloring corner with them. It's just a lot. I mean, it's a double, like, and then they give you 2 versions of it. They give you the color by number version, and then they give you the one without the color, like the numbers. And I'm not entirely sure I like that. I had no idea that's how these books were. But the paper is really nice. I mean, obviously you can't use alcohol markers on these. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. You can. I didn't realize they were single-sided. But it's like you have doubles of all the pictures, and one of them has colors and the other doesn't. So how many pictures are you really getting, you know? I really had no idea these were like this. All right. And the other one I have is Fairy Tales Color Counts. And honestly, guys, I'm probably still going to buy these and I'm going to collect them because I think these are adorable. But I don't know how often I would be coloring in these because I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it's cool. I mean, I really do like, and they're perforated, so you know, you can pull them out and put them on your wall or something. So I mean, it's a cool idea. I just don't know if it's, you know, for me. All right, so here's another one. This is Coco Wyo. I love Coco Wyo. I am recently starting to get into Coco Wyo. I didn't realize that they were actually a collection of different artists, which is really, really cool. But it also explains, I think I have like 2 or 3 of Coco Wyo's books, and they're all different. Like, they're all different kind of art. So it really makes sense, but I think it's cool. And this one's called 30-Day Happiness Challenge. And I just thought this is such a cute idea. It's got 30 pages in it, obviously, and this girl is doing, you know, different things that, you know, make you happy. Like compliment someone in yourself or treat yourself to some flowers. I think it's so cute, although her lips kind of weird me out. But I guess that gives her character, you know. Makes her a little bit more goofy looking. Helps someone. It's just such a cute, it's such a cute book. Makes me happy. Alright, so the next one is Gotcha Life by Luna May. And you've probably seen this because I finished one in here before. And these are all, there's 100 pages in here. And they're all different characters from this Gotcha series. No idea what Gotcha is. But then I did some research and I realized it's like a game by Luna May that was on your phone. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But all these little guys, and you can find them on, like, you can research them and just copy them, which I really like because I like doing that. But like, this is one that I've started. You know, they're just so cute. They're so cute. I love it. All right, so next up is Chibi Girls Grayscale 2 by Ava Brown. There is doubles in here. This is another new one. I recently acquired this. And I'm sure you guys seen this one. It's a bit darker. Like, the grayscale is not something I'm familiar with, because the grayscale I'm familiar with is like Jade Summer. And this is a little bit more darker than Jade Summer, but it's cute. I think they're adorable. So, alright, next up is my Supernatural official coloring book. Now, I will probably never ever color in yes, this is really just a collectible. Because the cool thing about this is they actually have pictures from the show in the back of the book. And now, for those of you who don't know, which you probably don't because I'm still new to all of this, I love Supernatural. It's my favorite show. I actually haven't finished the entire series, but it has my humor. Like, everything about it is my humor. So there's that. And then next is the Gingerbread paint book. Now, this is adorable. These are all vintagey looking pictures. And it was funny because when my mom got it for me, she's like, I thought this was a paint book, but it's not. It's just regular paper. I'm like, yeah, I know. I was just like, I just think these little characters are so cute. And they would be really, really easy to color these pictures. And there's no doubles. You know, so this is definitely like at the top of my list to color in. Now, I'm actually being reminded of how many books I have and like what I haven't touched. And again, like I said, this is the shelf I don't touch normally because they're just not my favorite books. I'm always reaching for like the more detailed stuff, but recently I've been kind of in like this simple alcohol marker mood. Which a lot of these books, almost all of them, would actually really do well with. So, all right. Next is Coloring Book Cafe, and this is Autumn Scenes. This is the only Coloring Book Cafe book I have. And the cool thing about these is you get smaller versions of the pictures in the front, and then you obviously have the bigger ones. And look at the little kitties. But this is one I'll probably get back to like in autumn. I find it really hard. I started something in here. Again, Queen of the Whips. I think I want to color this one. That's why I have the little tag. But yeah, so there's that. All right, and this one I brought to work with me. And this is Creative Haven Mandalas, color by number. I have finished a decent amount in here, but it was all done with colored pencil. And this is when I realized I don't like coloring with colored pen. I'm sorry, not colored pencil, gel pen. Never mind. I thought, okay, there's a finished one. I actually thought I finished more in here, but I guess not. But it's very sparkly, so that's always fun. Yeah, you see, guys, I am like ridiculous with the amount of whips I have. It's crazy. I just get bored, you know. And I think it happens with a lot of us. I start coloring it and now I'm like, oh, I finished this one. That came out pretty. But yeah, so there's that one. Next is Elegant Beauties, and this is by Elena Lazariva. And this is one I had to grab. I haven't colored anything in here yet, but I just thought the women in this were just absolutely stunning. And I think I'm a little afraid to color these because I'm working up to it, but I think they're just beautiful, and I've seen so much beautiful work come out of this book. So, right, I apologize if you hear something in the background. My cat is in rare form today. So the next one is Sun and Moon Mandala coloring book, and this is by Camelia Angelkova. And I have finished one in here that I'm super proud of, which is this one, the zodiac signs. And this is just this is just plain and simple mandala. It's nothing too fancy. All different, but they obviously have like a celestial kind of feel to it. But I like it. I like it. I'm starting pile over here. All right, so the next one, again, one I haven't touched, is Black River Art, the only book I have by Black River Art, Sweet and Sassy. Another one of these where it's so simple and the girls are just so cute, but I just can't seem to really be inspired to color them. Oh, Simba's making a guest appearance. I apologize. Say hi, Simba. Simba, I'm so sorry, friends. Do you mind? If you guys haven't seen Simba, he's made appearances on my Instagram recently. Like I said, he's in rare form today. I don't know what his issue is. I think he's just comfortable finally in the apartment. I think he's coming out of the shell a little bit. But yeah, so there's this one. And then this is Jade Summer, and I actually got halfway through this book and then I kind of put it aside because I just kind of got color. Their color palettes, Jade Summer, like their color palettes involve way too much orange and yellow for me. It's just like there's so much orange and yellow. Like this is like odd that there isn't that much orange and yellow in it. Like this is ridiculous, you know. And I don't like orange and yellow. They're not my favorite pictures. My favorite colors. But yeah. Next is 50 Animal Mandalas by Sachin Diva. I love this book of his. Only done one in here. This one. It's a little too detailed for me. I mean, again, I really only do color by number at work. And something like this I can't really focus on when I'm working. I find that Kira Shersneva's books are way more easier. But I still really like this, and I'm sure, you know, I'll sporadically color pages in here because I really like it. But yeah. Alright. Next is 50 Diamond Mandalas, color by number by Sachin. And again, I've colored one in here, maybe two. I think I did two in here, 2 or 3. Pretty simple. Mandalas, diamonds, they're different shades. Nothing too fancy. Just didn't stick with it. I just, you know, I wanted to move on. I kind of fell into the Kira Shersneva hole, and that's where I've been living for the past 2 months. This is another Sachin Diva. This is actually my first Sachin Diva book I got. And this is when I started doing color. This was also my first color by number book I got. And you can, like, totally tell, like, my first picture is just, like, a hot mess. Like, it's just, you can totally tell, like, the colors just look crazy. And I just didn't choose the colors right. But it got better. I mean, as I went on, I kind of replaced some colors with other colors. But it's still such a cute book. I love this book. I mean, it was definitely a good first color by number book. But this is the reason why I got into it. I actually have a lot left in here. I didn't realize how much I have left. I'll have to come back to that one. Yeah. So that's Dollhouse. Oh, and Sachin, please, you should come out with another one of these types of books because I love Dollhouses. All right, next is my one and only color Crystopia book. I'm not a fan. I definitely like the black backgrounds 10 times more. But you know, this is something. I love unicorns. They're like my favorite mythical creature, but I just wasn't feeling this one. I'll probably go back to it eventually. Like, I just didn't. I was still trying to figure out, like, how to use alcohol markers and not have them go out the lines because it drives me crazy when it goes out the lines. So, all right, now next up are my other 3 Coloring Hive books. The other one was separate for some reason. So this one is called Bottle Magic. I haven't colored in any of these yet, but this one I thought was really, really cool. Like, it has the name of, like, what's the creature, like in this case a werewolf, and then it has them in a bottle. Like, it's exactly what it says. I think it's so cool. And I think the pictures are really pretty, but they're just a little too detailed for me right now. I'm just not. I was kind of forcing myself to do more detailed pictures, and I think I just need to take a break for a little bit. The next one is Bewitching Beast, and this is also by the Coloring Hive. And again, same thing. Black. Now this one's a bit more simple. I definitely like this one a lot more. But it gives you, like, that's an upside down 8. Does anyone see that? Is that just me? I'm pretty sure that's an upside down 8. But yeah. So this is another one. If I'm feeling up to it, I'll pull it off the shelf, do a picture in it. Like I said, I'm really trying to do a picture in every one of these books, and I pull it off the shelf once a month. We'll see if it actually happens. And then my last Coloring Hive picture is picture. My goodness. My last Coloring Hive book is The Witch Apothecary. And this is the first one I saw. I saw this in someone's YouTube. I really don't remember. And I thought this is such a cool idea. And again, I just love their paper. Their paper is great. But this is all like witchy stuff. Maybe I'll be like in the mood to color in these kind of books once it gets closer to Halloween. But yeah. And then last but not least, I have the Toki Doki coloring pad. And this one, I've started some pictures and I just haven't done, like I haven't finished them. This is pretty much what you see. It's a very like Japanese kawaii, I guess. But I mean, it's like a coloring pad, so you can just pull them out. They're just glue bound, nothing too serious. And this is fun, like if you just kind of want to put color to a page, which these days I kind of feel like doing. But yeah. All right, guys. So this is my first coloring haul video. Again, I would love to do a body color in any of these, except for the Supernatural book, because I'm definitely not coloring in that one, because that one can't be touched. But other than that, any of these books are up for grabs for buddy colors. Again, this is my first coloring book collection video, so please let me know if there's something I should do better, if you suggest something I should do a little bit more. I'm going to try and get all 3 shelves out within the next few weeks. And I do have a haul video, and obviously it's the end of the month, so we have to do our end of the month videos. But yeah, so I really appreciate you watching this. And you know, again, I'm going to try and add all the links. I got all these books off Amazon. And I will put the affiliate links down below. You don't have to use them, but they will be there in case you just want to add them to your list. But yeah, so thank you for watching. And as always, I'm Color Me Spiffy on Instagram. I'm Color Me Spiffy on here. And peace, love, and color. Bye.